Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another segment of #AskSwingvy. I'm Julian, and every week my team and I here at Swingvy, we strive to answer all of your burning questions on anything and everything that's HR related. Last week, we spoke on Malaysian taxation and payroll. This week, we will be tackling a whole new topic on employee benefits, or EB for short. And I am joined by none other than my colleague Tuck Wai. Welcome, Tuck Wai.
Hi, Julian.
Tuck Wai comes with more than 15 years of experience in the financial industry, and he is a qualified financial planner.
Yeah, thanks Julian again. Thanks for you inviting me here. So just a bit background myself. I'm the head of business insurance over the Swingvy, and basically I'm take care of all the employee benefit related stuff. So thanks everyone to joining these sessions. I'm happy to answer all the questions you posed to me.
So Tuck Wai, I guess let's start by addressing the game changer for year 2020, which is COVID-19. How has COVID impacted companies in terms of their employee benefits?
This year actually is a very, very challenging year compared to the, I will say, previous 10 years or decades ago. So basically, a lot of companies outside have very negative news. They have retrenchments. They have cut the salary or cut the benefit. But actually, in terms of the EB point of view, I feel that not that really negative. But of course, compared to the past 10 years, or I say the last few years, the request or the review level means that the company come to us and do review against is much higher compared to the last many years. Basically they will, last time let's say have a 10 cases or 100 cases, now maybe 200, 300 cases.
Has there been an increase of companies right now looking more into employee benefits and trying to understand it in that sense?
I wouldn't really say that a lot of companies will looking on the new benefit. It's more to those companies existingly that already have the employee benefit, and actually they want to review against. So later I will share about what I mean by review, what is their challenges.
I guess that's diving then into how we can reduce cost effectively, right?
Yes.
And looking back and then looking into the future as well.
Yes.
Right. So Tuck Wai, what are the effective strategies then employers can adapt and can learn in regards to managing the whole EB or employee benefits, their cost effectively right now?
Basically, in the theory point of view, do not have specific in the Bible or anyway. It's my own personal experience.
So is this the 5-step that you were teaching all of us here in Swingvy?
Yeah. So basically, myself actually trained background as a FA. We always want to find out the problem first before we diagnose the problem, or we want to give any recommendation. That's why normally I will go through a 5-step. So I'm going to share with everyone. Maybe this one can apply to your companies when it comes to this review on your own employee benefit, and then maybe you can figure out how to make it more cost saving or any alternative by using the following strategy.
And I think for the benefit of all our audiences out there, this 5-step implementation or process that we will call it is ideally all about gearing towards how you can understand your policy better and how you can better manage it.
Thanks for the Julian remind me this again. Basically the 5-step I mentioned is about how, as I say, when in now the current situation as a pandemic, when you want to review something, what is a challenge for company? The company basically do know what happens. They are currently what they are facing now. Like for example, I do know how much my employee claim for insurance. I do know how much I pay for it.
True.
So that's why I come out a simple 5-step. Easy to remember from the gathering the data, and then you review it, analyze, and then you make up the options and implement with the stages, and of course monitor it. I will explain one by one. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sure our audiences would love to diving deeper.
Yeah.
So, okay, once again, the 5-step you said, it's gather, review, recommend, implement, and observe.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So what about gather?
Okay, so the gather actually is the most, I would say is the most challenge because a lot of time, a lot of businesses, when they have an EB, they don't know how to do this, where to get this data. So if let's say, it depends on you buy your insurance or actually you give additional benefit like dentals or medical checkup. So very first thing, let's say you buy from the insurance, basically you can easily get this data from your existing service agent, which is they can trace back the past few years record. I mean, what's the claims like, what their claims like. You can get your insurance agents or your FA or broker to do analysis for you.
Do the insurance company itself keep these records as well?
Yes, basically they will keep it, but they are not going to help you to do the analysis.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to share.
It's raw data that they give.
Yeah, that's why it's very important. You need an advisor like us to give you this insight. So, and of course, if let's say you are buying your, I mean, you give a subsidized like medical checkup, MC, this kind of thing to your employee. So this one is your own record. So I believe that this is another challenge because the traditional method, they are just using the paper or put in the Excel.
Yeah.
When you want to pull in this data, is really challenges.
So when you say gather data,
Yeah.
you're talking about how much an employer would have spent on their policy,
how much they paid,
how much they paid.
Yeah, and then to collect the data put together for past at least 3 years, I will say.
Expenditure as well,
how
in
much
terms
they
of
spend.
claims as well, right?
How much the premium pay, the claim itself, and then what kind of a policy or what kind of benefit they are given. Then you put in the table first for the step 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess then that moves into step 2,
Yeah.
which is review.
Yes.
And what about review then?
So review is after you get all this data, basically what you need to do is, of course, the best advice you can sit with someone, know the EB very details, or else maybe you can put in the segments, which mean review means that you need to know exactly how much you have spent for the past few years, and then your claim record, how much actually your staff have been claimed, and actually by have this all data, you can see the pattern itself. What I mean by the pattern, like for example, let's say I buy an insurance plan, and my staff actually we also insured, because insurance plan normally they are insured to major things. One is hospitalizations, another one will clinic, others like PA, life, and CI. But the common company will cover these two, hospitalization and clinic. So, but the thing is, when you have a data, you know how much you pay, how much you claim. Because like this year, I have helped my customer to save some costs, because previously they buy hospitalization and clinic.
Okay.
But after I reviewed the data, I found that they are like the clinic itself. Actually, the premium pay is actually much more than the claim.
I'm sure our audiences out there right now are also one question that they will have is this something, because in order to review, like you said, we need a qualified financial planner. Can companies then seek their insurance provider in terms of getting this help to do a review and analysis, or is this another cost involved as well?
Actually, it depends on who you engage.
Okay.
So normally in the market, as I say, if let's say you engage an insurance agent, I would say most of the time they are not really, because corporate insurance is very different from medium insurance. I would say not many experts outside they are just selling a specific group insurance.
Okay.
But another area will be you go for a broker like us, but we are the FA, so we can access multiple company, and actually normally we'll give a lot of analysis recommendation to customer. So that's why I say the subject is more important to the person who analyze. They have to have experience to advise you or not. Like what I say, if let's say they have found that the premium and the claim actually is you pay more premium and less claim.
Okay.
So normally what we advise customer is, do you want to separate this clinic to like from an insurance program and then change to a self-insured program? So what is self-insured? I mean it's a very simple terms. If let's say if Joe already buy a clinic with insurance, basically the good thing of using this thing is you can access to any clinic. Most of the time, let's say in KL, Selangor, you can access a lot of clinic. You just walk in and then you show the card and then you don't need to pay anything. And then the staff can use it immediately. But this is an insurance program, okay? But for the self-insurance program, because you do not engage insurance company, so change the method will be your staff have to pay first, and then they make the reimbursement from the company later. Yeah, okay. That's why we call self-insured. It's not go through the insurance company. Of course, when you change from insurance program and self-insured, have pro and con. You can save the cost, but indirectly have some control you will lose.
I guess this works in well with your step number 3 then.
Yes,
which is to recommend,
recommendation. Right? Yeah. That's why from the recommendation point of view, right? As I say, the company, after they know the data, they review the patterns already, they think they want to make some decision.
Yeah.
So I personally advise you need to look for multiple option. Okay. So multiple option means that just like I say, self-insured, insured, or actually we should use a platform like us, which is we have the features to help you to kind of like have a lift. Because we have a system of benefit claim, you can request for this approval before you go for these expenses. So you need system in order to make it more efficient.
I see. To reduce that whole laborsome cost as well.
Yes. That's why they say when come to the stage 3, at least you need 2 or 3 options when you want to do some changes. Yeah.
How about consultation then? Usually one session will not do it, right?
Yeah, no.
You will need to sit for multiple sessions and things like that.
So normally I would say at least will be 2 to 3 sessions from getting the data and then review it and give a recommendation. Normally is a one time. So after the date, the company want to see what is the difference when you go for that option and they go for implement. That will become the stage for the implementation. So let's say you are from insurance program to a self-insured program, and this thing will be make your employee not comfortable. Because why? Let's say for example, last time you need to pay 500 to get the coverage for the claim.
Yeah.
But now you tell the staff you go to pay first, then you do not have this kind of cashless facility, all the things. When you
get the receipt and then do the claim.
And you need to claim all these things. If let's say you're still in the manual world, you incur a lot of not happy for your staff, especially nowadays we are work from home, we are not so accessible go to the office.
But I guess in this, for the benefit of all our audience out there, if you can let them know as to how Swingvy manages it.
Yes.
How we do it.
Yes.
In terms of our platform and even internally, because we also did go through a whole restructuring in terms of our EB as well.
So this is why, because most of the time I say we have 2 parts in the implementation stage. One is the changes of the admin. Because last time they just depend on insurance company to manage everything and they just pay the money. But now the admin need to do more job.
Yeah.
So but the more job not equal to there are really a lot of job. But if let's say you do some approval, you apply some approval for there, and then actually also can save a substantial cost, then why not? That's why I say pro and con. But in the employee side, it will also be the same. Let's say if you do not have a full-time admin, you just solely want to implement this, I will say better don't, because indirectly incur a lot of manual work from the admin side.
True.
So if you have a system like what Swingvy have, you can use the mobile to snapshot the receipt and then submit the claim, approval, and push to payroll, all these things, make the whole workflow very efficient. Then your staff also indirectly, because everyone know that now COVID-19 company want to more manageable the cost. It's not something they don't want to give you, just indirectly change the practice. And actually in terms of the claim process also much more faster when you use the system to push to payroll.
Yes, for all you audiences out there, in Swingvy, when you do come on board with us and do apply for employee benefits, it streamlines your processes. So there are many cases in which you get HR managers, they aren't fully aware of the policy as well. And then when you get the employees coming and asking what's my entitlement, how much can I claim, this like that, In Swingvy, what we have done is we have kept it to both parties.
Yeah.
So it's a self-help on the employee side that they are able to view panel hospitals, panel clinics, entitlements, how to go about making claim, you know. And for the HR managers or the admins in this sense, they are able to then focus on just managing the policy, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's why then come to the stage of implementations, I feel that company need to really take care of all this part where in the administration point of view will be increase your workload or actually you cause your employee not convenience. All these things have to take count.
True. You
need to look for good tools and get someone very proper in order to do all these things. And normally I don't ask customer to implement immediate everything. It's stages by stage. Then you'll be like your staff is more convenient and they need to ask something and when it comes to change, right? Yep.
To ease in the whole adaptation.
Yes.
We have a question that just came in from Singapore here. So this gentleman asks, in a sense that can Swingvy accept my existing insurance? So
good question.
I think this goes into the whole transfer in that we have the program.
Actually, we have a transfer in program, and it's a common question because we build up these tools, right? Not only for this claim part and actually also the insurance part, we have a system easily to monitor who is onboarding, who is offboarding, and actually we integrate with the insurance company. So it's really for the Swingvy user easy to manage the employee benefit, insurance, and both claim also. But for those customers, as they are always to ask that if let's say I not buy the insurance from Swingvy, can actually I come to on board to use the system or not? The question actually is a yes, but it's come with TNC. First of all, you need to be Swingvy customer, okay? And at least one module you have a premium or either payroll system. But another thing is we actually can accept any insurance company.
Okay.
But we only limited the features on the hospitalization plan and clinic plan. Not others like life, PA or CI. We cannot do that thing.
Okay.
So again, TNC, you can let's say you really have this interest. You can send the requirement to us to Swingvy at sales@swingvy.com. To send the question to us.
Yes, exactly, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are interested to know more about Swingvy's benefit program, please do drop us an email at sales@swingvy.com. So 5-step process, we have got gather, we've got review, we've got recommend and implement. What is the final step then?
The final step actually is the most important step. I will say that because Swingvy, our vision, and actually one of the main reasons I joined Swingvy actually is because after kind of decade I work in the corporate as a FA and actually still very manual, and actually a lot of times the insurance company and the HR actually disconnect. So and employee also disconnect. So that's why Swingvy concern is about monitoring, which is your employee and the employee experience. So a lot of time I found that a lot of the companies when they implement some policy, benefit, whatever things, after they implement, they're not going back to the employee and ask their do they like it or not? Do you have any problem? The way we can improve. I think this is very important element and actually is most important of the EP. It's not about what you give. It's not about what you need to understand. After you give, you need to know, is it really something you care about or not? If at the end of the day is I give you but you don't care it, then why I want to give you? Waste of money. Am I right?
Correct.
So continue monitor is the most important key. If let's say the thing is not good, then we can come back again, go to the cycle again.
Go through the whole 5-step process again.
Again.
But when you talk about monitor or observe, what are the key major factors that you have to look out for? What's the most important thing?
You mean the process itself? What is the most important?
So in terms of observe, you're getting now HR managers. So you've already done the 5-step, but in terms of observe, how long do
normally I say after the 1 month.
Another cycle.
Not really a cycle, a quarter actually you can see the difference already. You don't need to wait for 1 year later review. Because people like benefit, right, they may not use it immediately. They will take some time. But I think 3 months you review quarterly, I think should be sufficient.
That should be sufficient.
Yeah, so I believe if let's say the company can follow these 5 steps, and let's say they have found a problem, then review again and again, actually you will surprise indirectly you can save a lot of cost.
Wow.
Yeah, as simple as like for example like the insurance. A lot of people they don't understand like actually when you buy insurance, if let's say someone terminate in between the contract, okay, but actually the company forgot to inform the insurance company, and actually you can get the refund. A lot of people don't know, and this is also because the HR, the company, they're not really good to review. They're overlooked. That's why in our system we have all these all-in-one system to make sure you never forgot anything. Yeah, and when you don't forget anything, you save costs indirectly.
Indirectly, right?
Yeah.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
5-step process. Once again, just a quick recap. So you have gather. Ideally, you're gathering data, your employee data, your policy data, things like that. Review. It's when once you've had all this data, you do an analysis, you review it, ideally with a qualified financial planner. Because then goes into step 3, which is they are able to recommend a better outcome, a better option towards it. Then you move into the implementation process, and finally is observation and monitoring the progress and everything.
Yes.
This year for 2020 then, in terms of employee benefit and with COVID that's impacted the whole nation right now, what are the key components that employers or even employees right now, you know, that would feel or would make them be part of that company, you know?
Actually, I think it's quite a common questions for any customer, because again, sometimes people say it's luxury, not really. It's a feeling itself. Because of pandemic also changed our working style. So last time I can see that a lot of companies they go for better office, and they put a lot of facility inside the office. But unfortunately, you cannot enjoy for now during these sessions. And seems like everyone have to accept that pandemic will come with us maybe for next few years.
And it's also forced us to work from home. You know, how has that now changed EB then?
That's why actually a simple things I always say that rather than you give insurance now, for example, I'm not criticizing insurance. Insurance is still a basic thing, but do you want to think more like how make your staff is more better feeling? Like for example, I'm the family man. I always because now pandemic, the children need to stay home. So last time when I'm working, I don't need to take care of this part, right? But now because of my working hours, I need to take care of my children also. I indirectly maybe I need to cook, I need to buy food, all these things. So if the company can think on this way to give something to the staff, for example, I subsidize you for the lunch, then your family can enjoy the lunch with a delivery, and actually you can more focus on more time on your workings. So these all things can be a change, can be a new norm for the
new normal, as they say.
This is one of the examples. But I believe definitely from now onward, the employee benefit angle, the staff now not looking when they come to this working environment, they want something more the company can concern how they coexist with the COVID-19.
So ideally, it's looking past the 4 walls in an office.
Yes, not just within office.
But what are the changes then on the insurance side of it in order to accommodate this new normal?
In the insurance, actually, I need to highlight this thing, because a lot of people, especially when start, like a lot of customers say that, is it COVID-19 will be covered by the insurance or not? For now, I say for now. For now, actually, COVID-19 generally, normally, will be covered by government. Everyone know that if let's say anything related to COVID-19, the government will subsidy. But I can tell you this thing will be changed, can be very in short term, or you can see the government reaction. They slowly kind of like reduce their term and condition. And going forward, I believe this cost, because end up still have someone need to absorb the cost.
True.
So insurance definitely will be included. In fact, on the first day of COVID-19, a lot of insurance company already say that COVID-19 will be covered by that. But again, T&C, always about the T&C.
There's always a fine print.
Fine print, what I think you can claim, what you cannot claim.
Okay.
But based on my own experience, always I explain to customer, you need to think on always what mean by can claim, what cannot claim. In the insurance fundamental is about coverage. I will say a term called medical necessary. What I mean by medical necessary? If this is a medical needed, then normally insurance will be covered. But if let's say it's like SOP, I give you example. If let's say I go for COVID test, okay, so I will ask, then people will say, this one is covered or not covered? So I will say that, is it a medical necessary or SOP requirement? So if let's say it's a medical necessary, like for example, I need to go for operation, I need to pre-test. So that screen will be covered by insurance normally. But if let's say it's another scenario, like company require you to check this COVID-19 to go for the office. This is something like medical checkup.
True.
Yeah. So is the medical necessary or not? Not really. It's for safety purpose. So normally this kind of claim will not be claimed.
But I'm sure, out there, like our audiences, there's two categories of them. So probably those who already have an EB and those who do not have. So I'm guessing that if you do have an EB, you can always consult back with your provider and things like that. What about those who do not have? How do they go about, or where do they start?
Yeah, that's why, as I say now, actually ongoing, a lot of to be frank, a lot of insurance companies do not have a right direction yet. It's a new thing. But just like last time, like we have a lot of illnesses, right? It's not seen before, but eventually we will be included in the policy as long as medical necessary.
Great. Another way for those of you as well who are looking to get your employee benefits, please do reach out to us. Our team here at Tuck Wai will be more than happy to sit down with you for a consultation and to understand your needs and your wants in your company. Once again, to reach out to us, it's sales@swingvy.com. So we've been having a lot of questions that's been coming in. Let's answer a few right now. So the first one comes in from Malaysia and asking that, can I amend my insurance policy? That means I'm sure it's referring to their current policy. Can that be done?
Actually a lot of customers ask the same questions on this thing, because sometimes when we visit them in between their policy period, what I mean, because normally employee benefit is like 1 year period. So and of course the best time to do the review is like the last quarter itself, because by then you have all the data why you can collect and review during that time. So but somehow some customers they are come in media or even earlier, but basically insurance is a contract by itself. We cannot just change it anytime during the insurance contract. It's the same like why need be a contract? Because when you agree a premium insurance together with insurance, this is a premium I want to pay, and during this year, insurance doesn't matter if they are receive your premium is higher, your claim is higher than your premium, but they still continue to cover you. That's why insurance is a contract and it's 1 year. You cannot change, amend anything in between this 1 year period. You only can review after 1 year.
Okay, so you said after 1 year. But they can start planning. Am I right to say that you can start planning towards the last quarter?
Yes, last quarter, and make the changes and let the insurance know upon your renewal.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. The next one we have from Singapore. So employees are looking into lifestyle benefits. How we as employers then, how are we able to accommodate and with the whole COVID situation as well? It's a whole give and take, finding the balance then.
Regarding this question is to be frank, is really, really tough. That's why always is a chicken and egg things. Okay, so what I think again, when you give something to your staff, it's very easy, but when you want to withdraw, it's very tough lah. So that's why when I come to my 5 stages, right, doesn't matter you want to implement a new thing or you want to cut something, always follow the stages, which is you don't implement one shot. For example, just now I offer that you want to give a work from home meal subsidized.
Yeah.
So you don't, in the first time you implement, you give everything at the same time, means the budget itself. Okay, because something is what employee wants, right? You can maybe start with very minimum first.
And do it in stages.
Yes, and do it in stages and see how the employee react, and then you can increase by portion. Because a lot of time is company when they do everything at the same time. And when you want to withdraw or too much or whatever, it's hard for you to control. So that's why, again, as long as you follow my 5 stage, do it by stages in implementation stage, then it's easy for you to manage the expectations and what you also can fulfill what your employee want, and also can manage your cash flow. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's another question that came in here from Malaysia asking about what insurance companies does Swingvy partner with?
Yeah, good questions. Basically, because our EB is in a very beginning of stage, that's why when we work with insurance, basically when we select the insurance, we make sure they also have kind of like technology, existing technology or infrastructure. That's why a lot of company ask us why, how many you have. To be frank, we do not have many providers. We have 3 providers now. In Malaysia, we have Allianz and AXA. Yeah, and for the Singapore, we only work with Aviva. So a lot of customers ask me why not more than them. Okay, again, come back is about when we work with them, we select them, right? Whether the platform, the insurance company, they have sufficient IT support. Whether they have that technology to integrate, because we are not act like just put the product here and then sell only, because what we concern is about the experience itself, whether the insurance company can integrate with our technology, make it everything is more smooth, more efficient. That is a consideration. So that's why and also I foreseen in the EB point of view, right, actually it's not much different in terms of the benefit itself. Means that if I say this company A can offer this price, this kind of product, company B is the same mirror.
Replicated.
That's why sometimes too much also no point, because at the end of the day, the fundamental for EB is very different from individual. Everything is about your claim. So if let's say the claim experience is bad, the premium will be continue increase. But if let's say you are good, then you maintain. So it's not about what product. So that's why basically we don't need too many insurance providers. Yeah.
This claim experience that you say, you're talking in reference of?
Their claim history means that is it a lot of employees, they are just submit their claim, and and then again, it's a insurance also a profit organization, right? They want to make sure whatever premium I collect is lesser than your claim, then they can make the profit. It's a lot of large. So that's why we in short term we not really want to work a lot of new insurer, but especially in this pandemic, we forecast people will be want to adopt more non-insurers program rather than go for the insurance program. That's why we want to put our focus in the non-insurance in near future.
Okay. We have got time for just one more question now. So the final one is a 2-part question. Okay. So looking into 2021, all right, in your opinion, where is the direction of EB heading? So that's part 1. Part 2, what is Swingvy's plan for 2021 in regard to EB?
Okay, good. Basically for me, it's even though it's a 2 question, for me actually it's a combined question. Okay. So actually even before the pandemic happens, right, we always want to think what Swingvy directions in the EB point of view. As I say, especially after the pandemics, right, the people realize insurance not everything, but they want something more. So like how lifestyle
is becoming a key component right now.
So how we actually can play the balance. That's why we actually move forward as a Swingvy point of view. We feel that in terms of a balance for the employee, we want the employee want more flexibility and the employer want more control. So that's why ongoing Swingvy direction is really, if those know maybe we're about, is a flexi benefit, which is the employer come up a certain X amount of the budget every year. They can control the cost, and at the same time, employee can flexible to select what they want. They have to decide whether I want to go for insurance or I want to go for the non-insurance product like food delivery, cleaning, medical checkup, on their choice. So, and Swingvy believe that this will be the ongoing direction, not only this year or maybe the next 5 or 10 years. The market is a trend. So we will focus to develop this kind of product experience in terms of a user experience for the admin, how their user system to manage these whole things, make it more efficient, and for employee, how flexible our tools can to select the things.
So that they'll know how to make a claim,
it's
self-service.
Yes, self-service, how to more automate, reduce the step. Because current in the whole market, in terms of flex benefit, yes, not something is new ideas, but still kind of like very traditional. And normally only the big corporation, I talk about big corporation, maybe 300, 500 and above employee they can adopt. Then we want to look for those even 1 or 2 employee, they can use the flex benefit with a very minimum cost. Yeah, this is our goal. Our short-term goal.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tuck Wai. And I hope all of you, ladies and gentlemen out there, found today's session very informative and especially on our 5-step, Tuck Wai's 5-step process. And with that, we come to an end of this week's session. Do join us again next week, same time, same place again, as we will be taking on a whole new topic, focusing on mobile applications and HR, the importance and the convenience, especially more so with all your employees remote or even working from home right now. We will be posting up a video again in all our social media, and we will also be putting up all these questions. So for those of you who did join us midway, fear not, worry not, we do have it all ready for you. The links are all down below, and all our social media handles are there as well. Any last words from you, Tuck Wai?
All the best for 2021.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Have a good week ahead. Take care, be safe, mask on. I'm Julian. Goodbye.
Bye.
Swingvy.